Yo, what up, what up, what up, what up, people? Man, we are back with another one, man. We got my boy GK in the building, man. Man, listen, Errol Spence Jr. versus Tim Tszyu. Who wins? Why? Who, what, when, where, why, man? We here to discuss it right here on Likeable Dialogue. Hey, what's up, guys? This your boy LD,
the kid,
and you tuning into Likeable Dialogue. Yo, what up, my boy Griffin in the building with us, man. Yo, Griffin, man. Hey, this is a big fight coming up, my boy. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm so happy for this fight, only because of the simple fact that, like, man, so many people counting my boy out, man. I'm going for Spence. Who you going for, first of all?
man, it's such a tough question, but I'm gonna rock with Errol on this one.
Oh, damn! Shout out to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna rock with Errol on this one. I feel like most of the community has a pretty like one-dimensional view of the fight, and like everybody keeps saying the same things about the fight. The Errol Spence layoff, and the stoppage loss to Bud Crawford. But what no one talks about is that in the past 3 years, while Errol's been, I'm not even gonna say what Errol's been doing because I don't know what he's been doing. But we know what Tim Tszyu's been doing in the past 3 years, because we got it on tape and it's on YouTube, and we watched the fight a lot. We watched the fights live, so we saw Tim Tszyu walking into Bakr Murtazali's left hook about 7 times like a zombie. And we saw him come back against Fundora in a fight that made no sense and basically look not even close to the presence he was the first time they fought. So we know what to expect from Tim Tszyu. The question is, what are we gonna get from Errol Spence? And me personally, it's hard for me to just write Errol off, just like everybody else is doing. And it is true. Like we don't know what Errol's been up to the past 3 years, but I know one thing, and that the whole world, after when he got stopped by Bud Crawford, the whole world was against him.
Yep,
and,
that is true.
They almost talked about the loss more than Crawford's win.
Yeah.
Because it was so devastating to his career. And I think that this is personal for EJ. And I think that, I'm sure he's getting a big check. Well, how much you think he's getting paid?
I don't know, but I know they keep mentioning the word. I don't know. He probably getting 10 mil plus. You know what I'm saying? 10 mil.
10 mil, you think?
Yeah, probably plus. I don't know. He probably getting like 5. I haven't even looked it up, honestly, how much he's getting paid. I don't want to speculate. But my whole thing is, they talk about Tim Tszyu was talking about, and I got the video and stuff, which I'm gonna show later on during the show. If a guy made 20 million off his last fight, or 20 million within his career, US dollars, how much is he willing to really come back and give himself back to the sport of boxing, is what Tim Tszyu stated. You know what I mean? And Errol himself stated, in the beginning, he was willing to walk away because his body was going through different things that he wasn't used to. But my whole thing is, Errol has been in shape, even though he's been away from the ring for 3 years. Every time you went on vacation, every time he went on vacation, every time he posted himself and doing soccer, doing different things like that, his body was in tip-top shape. So to me, we haven't seen him the public, but to him, he's been working out, and I got some videos to back that statement up, especially with his coach Ronnie Shield even stated. But yeah, man, go ahead, man.
So it's tough because 3 years is a long time, and even the great Muhammad Ali, who was out for 5 years and had two, I think two tune-up fights before he fought Joe Frazier, couldn't beat him off the layup. You know, the timing wasn't there, the speed wasn't there, and one thing I've been watching uh, in the tape on Tim Tszyu is the punches that Bud actually hurt Errol with, and it really wasn't even because I mean he got dropped by a jab. Some of
Yeah,
them weren't even power punches. It was the timing that Errol struggled with in the fight, and
yeah,
the best punches that Tim Tszyu throws is the 1-2,
yeah,
and that was what was giving. It's a simple combination, but that was what was giving him trouble in the Crawford fight.
yeah.
The timing of Bud stepping in when Errol was bringing his front foot. I think he was sliding it forward or back, and his
Mhm.
back foot wasn't moving. Um, and so that's something that I'm definitely concerned about, and I want to see here. But I mean, let's be honest. Tim Tszyu is not the best fighter. He's not the best boxer fundamentally. The simple skills that Tim Tszyu struggles with and continues to struggle with, Errol Spence mastered them
Yeah,
when he was 20 years old.
yeah.
So it, I mean, this is one of those fights where if you put your money either way, it, you can't be sure. You can't be sure of anything, But
Man, I'm putting the house on Spence, bro. Because the thing is, everybody forgot, like, bro, Spence, listen, half these guys that claim that they are now the face of boxing or they are the face of boxing, who have they fought?
mm,
Who have they fought?
hmm
This guy Spence came off a car crash, fought a top WC guy. He fought who did he fight? He fought Danny
Ugas,
Hill.
yeah,
Then he came back after the eye injury, fought Ugas.
yeah,
Like, bro, like this dude have never had a tune-up, but yet we're still questioning his capability of winning a fight after being off for 3 years. I get it. He haven't been in the public eye for 3 years, but from my understanding, he has been working out. But yes, he had a horrific loss. If you're questioning Spence because of the horrific loss that he had, okay, cool, I can give you that. It was a grueling fight, man. It was a grueling fight. Shout out to that boy Irvin, man, and Ali Hayes out there, man. I'm gonna get to y'all comments. Yes, it was a grueling fight, man, but he also had a rib injury too, correct? Like he also had the rib injury going into the fight, which was stated. You know what I mean? So, now that I watched that fight and I understand some of the things that he had went through during that camp, and no way, shape, form, and fashion am I taking anything away from Crawford. Crawford did an outstanding job. It's not Crawford's fault that Earl had those injuries. You know what I'm saying? But my whole thing is people judging him based off his last fight, these fighters, and most importantly, some of these fighters wouldn't even uttered his name prior to him doing that. Shout out
yeah.
to my boy DT with the 1,000 gems, GOAT trophies.
Shout out to Likeable Dialogue.
Shout out to my boy DT. But go ahead, because I know you said
Um,
you had a little bit of
so no, you're good. So I'm not in that era when Spence was active. I wasn't the biggest into boxing. I just started.
yeah,
Um,
that's
the
respect.
first fight I ever bet on was Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney, and I put $1,000 on Ryan Garcia.
Oh,
And
oh, did he?
I mean that it got me. It got me. That was like my intro. So, but the first fight I ever went to was Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury, the second fight. But I wasn't a fan of boxing when Spence was doing his thing. So all I have to see
Oh,
and
so
look at.
bro, I'm gonna say, yeah, and that's real big, but you got to go back and watch some of those fights. But go ahead.
No, no, no. That's not what I'm saying. I
No, no,
watched the tape, but what I have to see now is the footage of him in the gym. And something about it just looks a little off to me. Even I mean, I'm sure I know you're a big fan. I think even you can admit that he doesn't look the same as he did.
Nah, bro, I'm finna show you something right quick, right? And
All right, bet.
I'm finna show you a video real quick.
All right, bet.
I actually think Spence looked better, bro. I actually think that Spence and I'm gonna get to all y'all comments here just a little bit because my boy he only got his phone going dead, bro. And when you go back in your dorm or whatever, bro, charge that joint up, you can pop back on.
All right, bet.
You lit. Okay, so look. Oh, I want to present this to you, man. Shout out to my boy. He say he think Spence look better too. I'm gonna show you this video, bro. I've never seen Spence do this before. So this is what I say. I think Spence looks better, bro. Check this video out. All right, so I want you to focus on the. Let me see. Hopefully, this is the right one. I want you to focus on the beginning of it. I never seen Spence throw a punch and get from up under there real quick. All right, so this is not the one right here that I want to show you, right? But hold on one second, because there's a certain one I want you to watch, bro. Let me find it though. But yeah, though I think Spence looked better, bro. And even in that, bro, his punches look sharp. I just need to find it. Go ahead, bro. Let me find it real quick because I recorded it, but I need to find out what I did.
No, you're good, bro. One thing I will say is it's not like on paper, the skills that Spence has are 10 times better than anything Tim Tszyu's learned or done in the ring. The problem is this is not that type of fight. This is a war. And right. I don't know if Spence is ready for that war. And I'm not saying he can't do it. And I'm gonna bet on Spence by knockout. And I'll get to that in a sec. But I don't know if like I said before, the timing is gonna it's two forces against each other. And Tim is gonna be the force coming forward. And I don't know if Errol's gonna be that brick wall we need him to be, you know.
Let me ask you a question. Did you go watch? I think Dennis Ugas was a big puncher, heavy hitter, and all of that. Did you go watch the?
Yeah.
Did you watch that fight? You Dennis Ugas?
I did.
So for me, Dennis Ugas was bigger than Errol, and I'm not gonna lie, I was like nervous. To me, Sean Porter was bigger than Errol. I'm not gonna lie, I was nervous. Tim Tszyu is just maybe a little bit taller, maybe a little bit sharper, but he's not much bigger. He's not much bigger than Errol, like Dennis Ugas was,
especially at 160.
Right, and then Sean Porter, he's not a bigger. Sean Porter was short, but Sean Porter was bigger. Yeah. Like he's a natural. He got a natural big body. You see what I'm saying? No dig. So as far as that aspect of it, I'm not nervous of it, but I'm gonna give Tim Tszyu his credit and say he's not a pushover, despite all the losses that he has. Tim Tszyu is just not a pushover. But I still believe that Errol Spence somehow, some way, still can pull it off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. And I do have a little. I know they're not the same fighter, but I do have a little PSD from Thurman in the ring, and I just and also not a lot of people know this, but Tim has fought a lot of southpaws in his career, and the first time he ever fought a southpaw was the first time that he ever got dropped in pro boxing,
Yeah.
and he's been stopped by Fundora, who's a southpaw also, and I think there's a total of 4 knockdowns he's had from southpaws. So, I mean, listen, I've watched Tim. I've watched every single fight Tim Tszyu's had since the cut in the Fundora fight. He has dramatically um, declined in every single fight that he's had, despite him changing trainers 3 times.
Yeah.
You know, I hear every fight, every time he's fighting again. Oh, we're gonna see a new Tim Tszyu. We're gonna see a new Tim Tszyu, and then the first round starts, and he might use his jab a couple of times, but he's right there, coming right towards you. You know, with his hands down. I just think, you know, as I'm talking about it, I see a breakdown over rounds of Errol Spence going to the body, going upstairs. And Tim is just struggling with those fundamental skills that he's never fixed throughout his whole career. And it might be, I don't want to say anything bad about Australian boxing, but the gyms that Errol trains in Texas, if Tim Tszyu went there, there's 18 through 21-year-olds who would whoop his ass, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah. I just it's such a hard fight, man. It's such a hard fight to not only predict but put your money on too, because these are 2 guys who are basically like war torn from the sport of boxing.
Yeah. I mean, bro, I don't know. I hate when people keep saying that, like, these, like, it's do or die for both fighters. I get it. And like, even with Spence, I agree. Like he really do need a major win, right, to get people up off of him. But my point is, it's like, bro lost 1 fight and we wrote this dude off into the sunset. Like, everybody just wrote him. Not me. Like, I was just sad and depressed. I ain't gonna lie. That's my dog. But, you know, like, the boxing community just essentially just like wrote him off. You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing that that Tim Tszyu has, right? And if Errol, you know, Errol, he gonna go to the body, but he also go to the face, right?
Yeah.
This is what Tim Tszyu looks like
in his last fight. That was his last fight.
His last fight. You know, so he has an eye cutting problem.
Yeah.
That if Spence hit him on that and open that up, it could cause Tim Tszyu problems.
And it's not even, if you look really closely at Tim's fights, it's not even, the reason why he gets so many cuts is not the scar tissue on his face. It's the way he leads with his head.
Yeah.
And he almost has like, he leans on his toes. Like, if you see, he like comes up on his toes a lot, and he'll lean forward with his head forward. And he constantly gets headbutted. He constantly gets, you know, abrasions to his face. And I know you saw that face to face with the 2 of them, and you can see it looks like.
Yeah, that face to face where it looked like he had already been in already been there. Yep.
Yeah, it looks like his face is already bruised up, and like the shadows can't even hide that, you know? So not only could Errol be cashing out, but Tim could also be cashing out on this fight as well, because those Australian promoters have seen Tim go through that every single fight, and somehow it's like you'll see when you see Tim in the ring and he starts bleeding, it gives fans, like, people get worried for him, because in that first Tim Tszyu Fundora fight, you saw someone almost die in the ring.
Yeah.
And most, if you talk to a professional, if you talk to a doctor, they would not let Tim Tszyu back in the ring after that loss. Like that's it. You're done with your career. You can't get hit in the head anymore. So it will, if Errol does get the win, it is impressive, but also let's not forget the past 3 years where we've watched Tim Tszyu get beat up. You know?
But we can't hold that against. Look, and this is the brutal match with Sebastian Fundora and Tim Tszyu, was in which you was referring to. But we can't use that as an excuse if Errol win. Tim, we've been seeing Tim Tszyu is a great guy. Errol Spence is a great guy. Like in the fight, this is really a true 50-50 fight. It really is a true 50-50 fight. Like it can go any way. You know what I'm saying? Because Tim Tszyu ain't no slack. He's not no slack. Anybody can lose against Sebastian Fundora. I'm just saying. Bro, let me tell you the heart and the heart and everything that Errol Spence have. That his first fight originally was he wanted he wanted Sebastian Fundora, but the WBC wouldn't allow it because they said he never fought in the 154-pound division before. So they didn't give him the opportunity. And I didn't want him going up against Sebastian Fundora first. Like Sebastian Fundora is a dog. So like, do we even count that as a loss? Shout out to Brian Mendoza though. Brian Mendoza is like the only one that was just that was able to get lucky and capture him. You know what I mean? That was it. But do
you mind if can I ask you, what do you think about the handshake thing with Errol? That threw me off a little bit.
No, man. And I'm glad you said that because I just brought that in. I got a whole bunch of stuff I want to show to the people tonight, man. So this is gonna be a good show for the people, man. But this is the reason why Errol Spence didn't shake Tim Tszyu hand. He says, you say all this stuff about my eyesight, then you try to shake my hand. I don't want to shake your hand. You said what you said. Stand on it. That was Errol Spence Jr. as the reason why he didn't shake Tim Tszyu hand. Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy LD, the Kid, and you tuning into Likeable Dialogue.
Shout out to Likeable Dialogue.
Yeah, man. So that is the reason why he didn't shake Tim Tszyu hand, because you know after Tim Tszyu won, he said, "What are we doing? We going to Texas for getting a big fish." That's what he said. Then he was talking about his eyesight and all of that. So now you see why Errol Spence didn't shake his hand. He said, you say all this stuff about taking my eyesight, then you try to shake my hand. I don't want to shake your hand. You said what you said. Now stand on it. Now is Errol taking this a little bit too personal? Because this could be Tim Tszyu way of trying to promote the fight. But just like Jordan, when Jordan was like all greatness, he would make stuff up in his head. I don't know if you ever watched that documentary, but he would make stuff up in his head, and it's the same way Errol Spence is doing right now. He ain't making it up. Tim Tszyu did say it, but you know, in order for him to just be a little bit more angry and be a little bit more aggressive and coming forward in this particular fight.
Yeah, I could see that. I don't know. As a fight fan, it threw me off a little bit, you know, because say, you know, the fight doesn't go his way. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good, you know, not respecting your opponent before the fight.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. I got 5% left. So
all right, man. I appreciate you for tapping in, man. If you want to go charge it up, man, pop back on, just hit that link, man. And
I bet I got you, bro.
Bro. All right, man. I
appreciate it.
Yo, what up, people, man? We are back at it again, man. Errol Spence Jr. versus Tim Tszyu. Man, who do you got? Hey, what's up, guys? This your boy LD, and you tuning into Likeable Dialogue. Hey, man, it's going down. You heard me? It's going down, man. Tim Tszyu versus Errol Spence Jr. It is going down, man. Let me get to some of these comments that I missed earlier, man. Shout out to everybody that was out there. My boy saying important streaming profile view won't show up unless it's public Facebook by default. Okay, so maybe is it not? Is it not showing or is it showing? Let me know, bro. What's up with this AC, bro? Let me tell y'all something. It's so hot in Texas right now, bro. All right, so let's get this. Right. All right, so shout out. We gotta get to my boy DT first because he is a member. My boy DT sent in them 1,000 gems. Shout out to DT. Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy LD. And you tuning into Likeable Dialogue. My boy DT says, Spence is the better fighter. Spence is the better fighter in every metric except age, but with age comes experience. I'm not worried. Shout out to my boy DT, you know what I'm saying, on the ones and twos. My boy came back with another. He says, to say all those things and then come back and say he betting Spence by KO is madness. My boy say, yeah, Irvin, I'm kind of confused. It's kind of all over the place. My boy says, I disagree. I don't believe this is a 50-50 fight. All right, let me go back. Shout out to my boy, Ali Hayes. My boy says, so you think he lost this fight? So you think he lost this fight is going to be over for his career? I don't necessarily think it'll be over for his career, but Spence, if Spence loses this fight, then 9 times out of 10, he will retire from the sport of boxing. His body just been through so much. He will retire, though, if he loses, though, man. Shout out to my boy Irvin in the building. My boy say Likeable Dialogue 100. My boy say facts. My boy say, I think Spence looked better also. Yep, facts, man. My boy said he had a point. Shout out to my boy. My boy says, I was sad and depressed when Spence lost to Bud. Also, I was, bro. I ain't talked to nobody for a long time, bro. Hey, bro, I told people, stop calling my damn phone, bro. We was live that day, too. And it's still on YouTube if you ever want to go see it. Go check it out. It's on my YouTube channel. I don't delete shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? But in this aspect, though, I think that Spence is a healthier Spence than what he was going into the Crawford fight. You know what I mean? Like, you know, he even comes out and says little things in which I'm going to get on for you guys. I just didn't get an opportunity to edit it prior to coming on the show. But man, I really want to try to see this video. I'm gonna have to go try to find it, man. But I'm gonna have to go try to find it. I really wanted to see this video, man. And it was really like Errol Spence hitting the mitts and he got up under the gloves. I was like, damn, like the way he did it, it was like so fast. I'm like, damn, Spence done picked up some hand speed. Hey, phone lines open too to the members, though. Y'all want to call in, man, and get it off your chest. Let me open it up. Boom. Yep. Phone lines is open to the members, man. But yeah, man, I think this is gonna be a good fight. I think Spence is taking this superly overly serious. You know what I'm saying? And going with a fight like this, you have to take it serious, because if not, then you know, different things could happen. I'm trying to edit this video while I'm talking to y'all, man. I want y'all to see this video right here. This is another recording that I had. I don't know. Let's see which one it was. This is another recording that I had when Sean Porter was interviewing him, and I think he was talking about the whole situation of him getting ready for the fight, his body going through different emotions and things of that nature, man. One thing I noticed, though, about this press conference if like over in Australia right now, they got the fighters look like they out in the streets and they are like, you know, like promoting the fight all over Australia. If this was in the States, you would see like a little press conference, a little something here and there that you won't even see the fighters. So maybe that is something, the way they promoting the fight over there in Australia, maybe that's something that they can adapt and do something like that over here for sure. All right, so let me get this video on for y'all. Hold on. It's ready. I hate when I have to go find them once they come to the computer. Tim Tszyu. Damn, did I go too far? All right, that's Tim Tszyu. And oh, maybe it's in my recent. Oh. But yeah, man, I want y'all to see this video when they was asking Spence about different questions about, him being off, him having some time, all of that. And he seems to answer all of those particular questions. What the hell? Where is it at? I hate when they do that. All right, so let's just take a look at this one right here that I already have there, and then we'll come back to that one.
From your perspective, let everybody know, like, where we at with that. Like, was that something that along the way you realized that I can't get to 154? What, like, what? It's a lot, So I just want to, kind of clear the air from your standpoint. You know what I mean?
Really nothing to clear. Like, I didn't feel like getting down to 158 pounds.
See, okay, thank you. Thank you. At the end of the day.
So I saw the 160, like, bro, like, I was like 160 the weight class, bro. Like, why y'all doing that 158? Why y'all doing that 158? Because y'all think that because I'm the smaller guy coming at 147, I like, just have it at 160, bro. Like, it can be simple. That's the weight class anyway. 158 is not a weight class to catch weight.
You hear the increases and everybody's thinking that there's a struggle, right? Yeah, so you just answered it. Like, there's no.
It is what it is. They can think what they want to think. Sunday they'll see something different.
Hey, he says people can think what they want to think, but on Sunday they'll do something different. Shout out to the only GK 73194999 super chat. My boy say, yo, thanks for having me on. My pleasure, Griffin. My pleasure, my brother. Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy. And you tuning into Likeable Dialogue. Shout out to that boy Griffin, man. Anytime, my brother. Anytime, man. I appreciate the super chat too, man. That helps the channel out, though, bro. I really appreciate that super chat, my guy. Shout out to my boy Griffin. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to that boy Griffin on that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, guys, listen. So so when people start speculating about the weight and start speculating about everything, about the weight and everything, that is what he said. He said, we already at 160. We may well fight at 160. We already at 160, so we already at 158. We may well go up 2 more pounds and make it 160. So basically, yeah, man. So shout out to him. EJ by KO just placed my bet. Ooh. Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy. And you tuning into Likeable Dialogue. I'm telling y'all, if Tim Tszyu eye come open like this, it's over, bro. It's over. Like, it's gonna be a bloody, grueling match, man. And like my boy say, during that face off, which was crucial because of the simple fact that that we was able to see that it looked like Tim Tszyu had already been getting busted up in sparring. Trying to fix this image. Yeah, that's about right. Yep. So it looks like he was already getting busted up in sparring, man. But yeah, though, man. So y'all listen, the phone lines is open if y'all want to call in. I'm about to show y'all this video of what his coach Ronnie Shields had to say when it came down to people questioning, is Errol Spence ready to fight? This is what his coach had to say. So let me get that to the channel. I had a lot of videos I wanted to show you guys. I just wasn't able to edit them prior to the show, but hey, we live, so stuff happens. Let's get it. As soon as it upload, man, I'm about to. So Ronnie Shields says that Spence is in shape. Spence has always been in shape. Spence, there's no issues with Spence, man. But I really do think this is a good fight, man. I think Tim Tszyu is the perfect opponent for him to come back to fight. And I think Errol Spence is the perfect opponent for Tim Tszyu to come back. And what this ultimately would do is just show the people like, hey, don't doubt me. Don't count me out. You know what I mean? In an aspect, man, because I think it's going to be a good fight, man. Hey, Charlo is not going to be on the card, man. He has some problems in Australia, and he just wasn't able to get in, man. So, yeah, man, he wasn't able to get in the country. He had some visa issues. All right, so the video did come up. My boy says, what we doing for the fight night, bro? Oh, bro, so I don't know, bro. Like Spence and them throwing a party. I mean, like his team is throwing a party, and they got like a whole movie theater, bro. So like that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking about attending, bro. I'm not going to have a party. Only because, you know, like I'm not, he said, I'm going to watch the fight at home. Facts, bro. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But I know why, but DT was, you know, if I was throwing a party, my boy DT was going to pop up. Tell man, so like my girl, she in clinical. Well, it's like, I was asked not to throw a party because she had, you know, it's a lot going on right now. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I was like, all right, cool. So, Spence and them is throwing a party. I mean, they throwing like a fight party at a movie theater. They throwing a fight party. So, I've been thinking about doing that, man. I've been thinking about doing that, bro. Just going there. But, I don't know, bro. DT, give me till tomorrow, bro. What's tomorrow? Thursday? That might be too late, right? And that might be too late, bro. Too fast of a flight, bro. It might cost you extra bread, bro. You probably don't want to do that, bro. We don't need you spending no extra because they probably be trying to charge you extra, bro, because you know how close it is to the dates and stuff like that, bro. Damn. What was I finna do? Oh, I was finna show y'all this video of Ronnie Shields. So this is what Ronnie Shields had to say when it came down to people questioning, you know, what type of shape is Errol Spence in? Because that's the ultimate question that everybody's asking, right? The question is can Errol Spence still be himself? What type of shape is he in? Is he healthy? Is he this? Is he that? His coach, Ronnie Shields, had something to say about it. And this is what he had to say about it.
A fluent guy, throwing punches from all angles, and you know, just going out there and he's honed his craft. So, you know, he's going to go out there with everything that he's been working on in the gym. And the thing about it is, what people don't know, yes, he's been off for 3 years, but he's been training. He never stopped training.
That is the question right there. Do y'all hear that? He says, yes. Yes, everybody is wondering, has Errol Spence been off for? Yes, he's been off for 3 years, but he's been training. That is what his coach has said. Let's rewind that back for the people that's a little slow in the back room. Let's wind it back for just a little bit.
The thing about it is, what people don't know, yes, he's been off for 3 years, but he's been training. He never stopped training, and that's what they don't get. He didn't come to me 100 pounds overweight. You know, he wasn't even overweight when he came to me. I mean, you just go to see a fluent guy throwing punches from all angles, and you know, just going out there and he's honed his craft. So, you know, he's going to go out there with everything that he's been working on in the gym. And the thing about it is, what people don't know, yes, he's been off for 3 years, but he's been training. He never stopped training, and that's what they don't get. He didn't come to me 100 pounds overweight. You know, he wasn't even overweight when he came to me.
Look at that. He wasn't overweight when he came to me. Yes, he's been at the gym for so long, but he's been training. He's been grinding. That's what they say. He been off the gym for so long. But bro been grinding. Bro been training. You know what I'm saying? Bro been getting it in. You know what I mean? So for the people that's really just questioning that, like, bro, he clearly says, yeah, he's been at the gym. Yeah, he's been doing this, but bro has been training, man. He's been training, bro. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think I'm gonna do a poll and ask y'all who's gonna win this particular fight. You know what I mean? Shout out to my boy Griffin who donated to the channel. Hey, what's up, guys? And you tuning into Likeable Dialogue. Shout out to my boy DT. Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy LD. And you tuning into Likeable Dialogue. Yeah, man. My boy Irvin say he go watch the fight from the crib. That's great. Hey, bro, I'm telling you, ain't nothing wrong with watching it from the crib, bro. The crib is the best place because you ain't got all of that interruption and everything to you ain't got all that interruption. You feel me? Yo, what's up with this AC? But yeah, so next I want to talk about Fulton, right? Fulton is on this card, right? But Fulton don't look like he's in the best perfect shape, bro. He's not like ripped up like Spence. I'm not gonna lie, I got Stephen Fulton losing this particular fight, bro. I got Fulton losing this fight right here, man. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I got Fulton losing because of the simple fact, bro. You know, I don't know if it's just, you know, like Errol Spence says, like the willingness to do it, the timing to do it. It just doesn't look like Fulton is really focused or something. I don't know. But I got him losing this particular fight. I'm gonna show y'all what Roy Jones Jr. had to say about Errol Spence Jr. possibly if what could possibly happen if Errol Spence if this fight goes past 4 to 5 rounds. So let me see. I gotta find it. I hate when it does that. Downloads. Why I feel like I'm all over the place? Maybe because yesterday I had so much I wanted to talk about, but y'all know Monday, Tuesdays is crazy. So I'm here Wednesday. I'm be here for the rest of the week too, just FYI. And FYI, we're gonna be talking nothing but Errol Spence Jr. so I can stay in that algorithm. Shout out to Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy. And you tuning into Likeable Dialogue. All right, where is it at? I want to show y'all what. Oh, here it is. All right, so this is what Roy Jones Jr. had to say about Errol Spence Jr. and Tim Tszyu. He says, if it gets past 4 or 5 rounds, Earl is definitely going to beat him. Do y'all agree with this? Do y'all agree with it? I do. And let me tell you why I agree with it, right? I agree with it more so because what has history shown us, right? Besides the Crawford fight, as the fight goes on, Spence is going to continue to target that body. He's going to continue to target the body. He's going to continue to target the body. And not only is he going to continue to target the body, he's going to continue to just keep moving forward, keep boxing, keep going forward, keep going forward, keep going forward, keep going forward, keep going forward. And so Spence motto is you go to the body, the head is going to fall. And I don't know if Tim Tszyu ever had a fight to where somebody consistently consistently kept going to the body as much as a guy like Spence would go to the body. You know what I mean? So that's a plus. That is a plus. You know what I mean? So that's a plus in Earl favor. Like, you know, has Tim Tszyu had anybody to go to the body as much as Spence goes to the body? Like with Sebastian Fundora, it was a brutal match. Sebastian Fundora is not a body puncher, but he is like a jab person to the face with his arms is so big. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie, bro. This gonna be a close fight. I know a lot of people say this is not a 50-50 fight. Shout out to my boy DT, man. He say it's not a 50-50 fight. But bro, I ain't gonna lie, man. I really do think it's a 50-50 fight, man. For some particular reason, I do believe it's a 50-50 fight, bro. I believe it's a 50-50 fight. I don't know. Because Tim Tszyu is not a pushover. You feel me? He's not a pushover. And so for me, I do think it's a 50-50 fight. Or I think it's a 50-50 fight with me hoping that Spence come out with 60-40 of that fight. Percent. Hey, what's up, guys? And you tuning into Likeable Dialogue. Yeah, nah, for real. So but yeah, though, man, I think this is gonna be a good fight. What time is it? Damn, it's 8:14. But yeah, I do think this is gonna be a good fight, man. I think this is gonna be a tremendous fight. I think, man, we in for a hell of a night, bro. And I don't want to be interrupted. I'm telling you, bro, I'm gonna be lit. I'm gonna be litty, bro. I'm gonna be litty for this fight, man. You know what I mean? Like, I think this, you know, if it pans out to be what we're hoping, it possibly could go down as fight of the year, man. My boy DT says Tim Tszyu is a title fight qualifier. What you mean, DT? Tim Tszyu is a title fight qualifier. What does that mean, DT? You got to break that down for me. Yeah, you got to break that one down for me, bro. He's a title fight qualifier. So he's saying like he's not a good fighter. I think he's a great fighter. And for him to like take this fight, and for Earl to take this fight off of, I feel like, bro, you know, because you know, I liked the fact that Earl touched up on like all of these people saying all of this about tune-ups and tune-ups and tune-ups. You know what I mean? But he was like, all these people, how many more tune-ups do I gotta have? Basically, he's like, because you get one tune-up and then you gotta go to another tune-up. You feel me? So how many tune-ups do people gotta have? I'm gonna get, I don't know if this is the actual video, but I'm gonna get this other video on that I had for y'all that I wanted to share with y'all and talk about with you guys. Let's get it on. My boy DT says, you have to beat people like him to get to the title fight, but he is not the title fight. He's damn near close to it, DT. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Shit, that boy, that Tim Tszyu ain't no joke. But he's just been, you know, just been going down lately. But I do have a question for y'all, right? Seeing that Errol Spence is going to Australia, seeing that Errol Spence Jr. is going to Australia, Errol Spence, they asked him, who has the most pressure in this fight? Is it you? Is it you? Or is it Tim Tszyu? He said Tim Tszyu because he's fighting in his hometown. So he has to prove that can't nobody come in his backyard essentially and beat him, right? But to me, I agree with that aspect. But to me, Earl has the most pressure in this fight because of the simple fact that you have to go to Tim Tszyu hometown, coming off of your loss, and you have to prove to the people. So it's, to me, it might be equal, because you got to prove to the people that you still that guy, and you had one fight that you took an L, but yeah, you still that guy. You know what I mean? And then also, how fair would the judges be in Australia towards Errol Spence if it's a close fight? So Errol got to go in there, and he got to go in there and dominate. Like, there's no questions, if there's no ifs, ands, or buts. Like, Errol got to go in there and start early. He got to start investing early. And the reason why I say he got to start investing early, because you can't leave nothing on the table. Hey, what's up, guys? This your boy LD.
The Kid.
And you tuning into Likeable Dialogue. Errol Spence Jr., you cannot leave anything on the table going into this Australia fight, because you're going overseas. You're going to fight a guy in his hometown who might look at him how Americans look at you as a top prospect fighter. Here's some questions they asked Errol Spence Jr. Let's take a listen.
I'm not gonna do nothing. I mean, Tszyu got a tango and hold his hand out. So if he shot it, I don't think he's gonna do it. He's not gonna do it. He knows he ain't gonna do it.
What they're referring to right here is they was asking Errol Spence, about the infamous handshake. So if my boy Griffin is still watching, here is some more of that statement, which I wanted to show you guys.
Why is it so personal with you two?
I mean, it's not personal. It's just, man, we're gonna fight, and like, I understand him trying to be a quote unquote gentleman, but that's not the facts, because like, he done said stuff about him, taking my eye and breaking it and all this type of stuff, saying this, and then you want to shake my hand. It was like, you trying to take my eyesight, but now you want to shake my hands and be friends or whatever. Like, I don't want to shake your hand. Like, you saying all this type of stuff about me. You gonna do this, you gonna do that. Okay, you gonna beat me like Fundora did Keith Thurman, and you gonna retire me and all this and that. Like, I'm not trying to shake your hand, bro. Like you said what you said, now stand on it.
I told people the question.
Do you guys agree with that aspect? He basically says, hey, you said you're going to do all of this and all of that to me. Hey, stand on that ish. Stand on it, bro. Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy LD. And you tuning into Likeable Dialogue. You said you're going to break my eyesight. You said you're going to treat me like, you say you're going to treat me like you say you're going to do all of this and do all that. Well, guess what? Ain't no shaking no hands. You got to stand on it. You just simply got to stand on it, bro. That's it. You just simply got to stand on it. That's all. That's it. That's all. You just got to stand on it, bro. There ain't nothing wrong with that.
Question that was presented to me is this mind games coming from Errol. I said, Errol's not really the mind game kind of guy.
Yeah.
Is it mind games, or is it like?
It's no mind game. I don't play mind games, bro. I don't play no mind games. Like, it's how I feel. Like, I don't want to shake your hand, bro.
Just keep the same energy before.
Like, I don't want to shake your hand, bro. It's just what it is. There's no mind games. I don't play mind games. It's just, I'm not gonna shake your hand, bro.
Even after the fight, I saw that too. You're like, I ain't shaking it after the fight either.
Yeah, like, you say what you said, bro. I don't really care for him like that.
Look, I got some new audio, y'all. Finna show y'all. Finna share with y'all. What Errol Spence talking about, possibly why did he leave Derrick James? So he says basically that Derrick basically took him as far as he can go. You know what I mean? So his dad told him to leave him. I'm sorry, this new audio just came in. So
transition to somebody else, but me being hard headed and me being just loyal to it.
Yeah.
I didn't want to leave there because I just thought about what people gonna say and this and that, this and that. So I try to stick it out.
Transition, like dealing with, Roddy, how's the training? How is it different from what you used to? Like, it's the confidence a lot more there because the training's different. Like, does it just feel fresh because you're in a new gym with a new trainer?
It feels fresh because I'm learning things.
Okay.
That's what make it like my mind is thinking like.
All right, yeah, I'm finna get it on for you guys for y'all to say, man, what y'all want to see, man. This just came in. I wish I would have saw this earlier, but you know what? Guess what? We could talk about this one. We could talk about this. Once I go back and watch all of this and catch up, we could talk about this. We could talk about this one tomorrow. Add this one to the topic. Hey, did you guys? I want to ask y'all the questions. Did you guys see that I had already had everything set up, like the live setup and everything like that? Did you guys see? Did you guys notice that it was already set up? Do you guys like that? To let y'all know, like, hey, this is going to be a show and everything like that. You know what I mean? Those of y'all that are still tapped in, man, let me know, man. I'm trying to make stuff easier for us. Bro, I don't go lie, bro. I think my AC just went out. I got to see what's up, bro. Being in the South without maybe I'm just cooking up under these lights. Soon as this thing come to me, man, I feel like I'm all over the place tonight, but that's what happens when you live, man. I had all of these great ideas I want to talk about, but I guess all the videos just taking its time as they coming in, man. But that's okay. We're gonna be live for the rest of the week, so we got all week. Guess what? We dropping nothing but Tim Tszyu, Errol Spence shorts all week. So when y'all see them, I need y'all to go smash that like button, man, for sure. Make sure y'all smashing that like button on the page too, man, to help us get into the visibility of people that don't know we rock out. Yeah, I'm gonna try to do a show around 5 p.m. Central Time too. So I'm gonna start trying to come on all week, man, a little bit earlier, so we ain't doing this so late at night. You know what I mean? But this is what I want to see if I can find that video. I want y'all to hear. And we actually gonna hear this at the same time because this is my first time hearing it too. All right, here it is right here. What y'all think about Derrick James? Let's hear about it.
Yeah, like my dad, people telling me years before that, like,
why is that, you think?
You know, in this, I mean, Derrick's a great coach, but they felt like, you know, he took me as far as he could take me. Like, he couldn't teach me really anything more. Like, I was growing stagnant. Even if you look at my past fights, like, I was just doing the same thing over and over. But, you know, I was dominating people. Yeah. But I was doing the same thing over and over and over. Nothing really, you know, changed about me. Yeah. So my dad just felt like that I need to transition to somebody else. But, you know, me being hard-headed and me being just, you know, just loyal to it. Yeah. I didn't want to leave there because I just thought about what people going to say and this and that, this and that. So, you know, I try to stick it out.
I mean, so how was that transition? No, you know what I mean, like dealing with, Roddy, how's the training? How is it different from what you used to? Like,
yo, he said that, you know, his dad was the one that told him that he need to leave Derrick James. And because, you know, he basically reached the ceiling with Derrick James. And his dad told him that he needed to leave him. I mean, he says that, you know, with Ronnie Shields now, he's learning new things, in which I agree. But I really want y'all to see this video, man, where he was punching the gloves and he got up out of the way, man. I just cannot find it, and it's really pissing me off. I can't find it, man. I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's really pissing me off because I really wanted y'all to see that video. I don't know where I saw it at. I think I'm looking for it right now. Where you know how they tell you to get when you throwing a punch, you get up off the line. He was really getting up off that line. So do I think we're going to see a different version of Errol Spence Jr.? Absolutely, bro. Damn, that's not it neither. I don't know where I saw it at, man. Hopefully I can come across it again. But yeah, man, we're definitely going to see a different version of Errol Spence. And Oh shit! Dang! Yo, Frank Martin just signed to Top Rank. Wow, he left PBC and is now signed to Top Rank. Wow. I guess PBC just, what up, C Fluid in a building. Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy D. And you tuning into Likeable Dialogue. Yo, Frank Martin is now signed to Top Rank. Wow, I wonder, is he still signed to Earl? How does that work? You know what I mean? They say PBC ain't got no money, but that's crazy because, I mean, I don't know, man. You know, PBC did go through a rough patch. You know what I'm saying? Look at this, y'all. Frank Martin. Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy D. And you tuning into Likeable Dialogue. Y'all, look at this. Frank Martin is now signed to Top Rank. That is crazy. Hey, what's up, guys? That boy done left PBC. PBC fell off, bro. You know, signing to Amazon Prime was the worst thing that PBC could ever do. You know what I'm saying? Because they took a major hit, a major blow. I mean, you mean to tell me that PBC was one of the top promoters in boxing, and PBC just went down, bro. That is crazy, man. That's crazy. They losing all their fighters, bro. I mean, we seen Frank Martin struggle anyway, but now, guess what? Guess what we gonna possibly see now? See, Frank Martin, y'all remember when it was Frank Martin trying to go up against Keyshawn Davis? Guess what? Now there's no excuse. There ain't no promoter versus promoter, Frank. There's no promoter versus promoter. Hey, what's up, guys? And you tuning into Likeable Dialogue. Yeah, so now, guess what? We're going to possibly see Frank Martin versus Keyshawn Davis. Hey, what's up, guys? This your boy LD. And you tuning into Likeable Dialogue. Yeah, we possibly gonna see Keyshawn Davis versus Frank Martin now. Cause now, you remember he said, you talk to my promoter and you talk to your promoter. Now, there's no promoter, nothing. You on the same network and you signed to the same promotional company. Frank Martin is now signed to Top Rank, guys. That is crazy. That's crazy, y'all. But anyway, guys, man, listen, man, we're gonna end it with that. But listen, Errol Spence Jr. versus Tim Tszyu. A lot of people is counting him out, but Ronnie Shields says that yes, he hasn't been fighting in a long time, but that doesn't take away that he's been training all this time, and he did not come to fight. He did not come into the camp where he was 100 pounds over. This is what his coach Ronnie Shields says. And then he also says that he enjoys being with Ronnie Shields because now he's learning, quote unquote, new things. Shout out to Errol Spence Jr. Let's play this clip as to what Ronnie Shields had to say when he was asked about his fighter.
And, you know, just going out there and he's honed his craft. So, you know, he's going to go out there with everything that he's been working on in the gym. And the thing about it is, what people don't know, yes, he's been off for 3 years, but he's been training. He never stopped training, and that's what they don't get. He didn't come to me 100 pounds overweight. You know, he wasn't even overweight when he came to me. I mean, you just go to see a fluent guy throwing punches from all angles and, you know, just going out there and he's honed his craft. So, you know, he's going to go out there with everything that he's been working on in the gym. And the thing about it is, what people don't know, yes, he's been off for 3 years, but he's been training. He never stopped training, and that's what they don't get. He didn't come to me 100 pounds overweight. You know, he wasn't even overweight when he came to me.
So that right there should show people like Spence wasn't overweight when he came to him. He says he never stopped training, and he wasn't overweight when he came. So that means he was in shape prior to going into camp, and then fighting more training even more in camp. This is what he says as to why he left Derrick James. Sometime I gotta. There we go. Press play.
I mean,
come on, man. Why is it not playing? All right, let's remove it. Find it. It might be glitching. Let me know if I'm glitching, y'all. Add to the stage.
yeah, like my dad, people telling me years before that, like,
Why is that, you think?
you know, in this, I mean, Darius a great coach, but they felt like, you know, he took me as far as he could take me. Like, he couldn't teach me really anything more. Like, I was growing stagnant. Even if you look at my past fights, like, I was just doing the same thing over and over. But, you know, I was dominating people.
Yeah.
But I was doing the same thing over and over and over. Nothing really, you know, changed about me.
Yeah.
So my dad just felt like that I need to transition to somebody else. But, you know, me being hard-headed and me being just, you know, just loyal to it.
Yeah.
I didn't want to leave there because I just thought about what people going to say and this and that. So, you know, I tried to stick it out.
I mean, so how was that transition? You know what I mean? Like dealing with, you know, Roddy, how was the training? You know, how is it different from what you used to? Like, it's a confidence a lot more there because the training's different. Like, does it just feel fresh because you're in a new gym with a new trainer? You know what I mean?
It feels fresh because I'm learning new things.
Okay.
That's what makes it like my mind is thinking like it's still.
So he says that's what makes it better because he's learning new things. And I feel like you shouldn't be stuck. If your coach, and the thing about Derrick James is that he's only a one-man band versus where you got Crawford, he got the same crew, but he got different people around him that do different things. You know what I'm saying? And they could come up with different concepts based on the type of fighter that you might be fighting. With Derrick James, it's just one person. It's come on, let's hit these mitts. Do. Okay, come on, let's go do this. Do. In an aspect, it can get boring. So I agree, it can get boring, man. But anyway, though, guys, we gonna do a part 2 on that tomorrow. But listen, Errol Spence Jr. versus Tim Tszyu. Who do you got? We'll do a part 2 on this tomorrow, guys. Appreciate you guys. I'm your host, LD the Kid. And you tuning into Likeable Dialogue. Hey guys, that part of the segment was called Subscriber Questions, and I hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget to press the subscribe button if you haven't already subscribed, and don't forget to press the like button so everybody can participate in that, right? Press the like button, please. That helps the channel grow, okay? And listen, don't forget to press that subscribe button. Great show. Thank you guys. It's your boy LD. And you tuning into Likeable Dialogue.
Get to press that subscribe button and stay tuned for more on Likeable Dialogue.
Hey, Likeable Dialogue. Make sure y'all hit that comment and subscribe button.